Well, I would say good Sunday afternoon, but as you can probably hear, I've got quite a cold at the moment, but I'm soldiering on, and the weather has been shocking in April. I'd hoped to be putting out at least one pond video by now, but it's just been such a cold out and wet April. I've not spent any time outside yet with the pond, other than doing the twice a week clean of the Nexus. Now, I think my last video in January, I think that was when I last did a video, it was setting up this 120 litre Aqua One mini reef aquarium, and I was very excited about it, and as you can see, it's empty. Now, why is it empty? Well, I haven't given up the marine hobby. Actually, this tank was very successful and was doing really well. The corals were flourishing, fish were doing well, and it basically got me thinking. I've got a massive tank in the lounge that was originally purchased to be a marine tank. Because I'd had a few problems with it when I first set it up, I gave up on the marines and kept other fish in it for about 4 years. And really, I am, for first and foremost, a marine fish keeper. I am a marine hobbyist, and I decided to give the big tank another go. So nothing has died in this tank. It's all literally this weekend, well, yesterday, moved from this home to this home. And there you go. This is my 6 foot by 20 inch by 30 inch 750 litre aquarium that came from Aquariums for Life. I've had it now, like I said, for about 4 years, I think, and it was originally purchased to be a marine tank, and I had a few issues with fish diseases when I first had it, which kind of deflated me, and I have been keeping other fish in it since then: cichlids, Malawi cichlids, fancy goldfish, all sorts. But really, I am a marine keeper at heart, and I've always dreamed of having a big reef tank. So basically, I've moved the livestock from the little tank into here. I gave this a good clean down first, obviously, and it's looking fairly good at the minute. I will show you the livestock in a minute. We'll just go through what's in the tank in terms of rock work and all that sort of stuff. So inside the tank there is approximately 80 kilos of rock, and that rock, some of that rock I've had it over 10 years from previous marine tanks. Now that had all dried out, but I'd kept it so that it could always be reused. So I'd kept it in plastic bags, sealed plastic bags, so if the opportunity ever came to reuse it, I could reuse it. And added to that is the rock that was in the little tank we were just looking at, and that rock is all cycled, so that means I was able to put the fish and the rock pretty much straight into this tank once it was up to temperature and salinity. So equipment wise, the tank is lit by these two Chinese LEDs. They're very uncomplicated. There's just a white and a blue knob. You set them to a colour balance that is good for the corals and to your eye, and then they're just on a standard timer switch. So they come on at 10 in the morning and they go off at 9:45 in the evening. Simple as that. For flow, you need a lot of flow in a marine tank. I've got two rather powerful pumps. There's this one here, which is on a random mode, so that will pulse and cause waves and stop from time to time. And then this one at the top here is just permanently on max power. And if you look at the surface, you see I'm getting very good surface agitation from them, keeping the oxygen levels nice and high in the tank. In the business end, the sump using 2 filter socks from the drains from the tank above. They will be cleaned every 3 or 4 days, at least every week at the worst, but hopefully I'm planning to do it every 3 or 4 days. In this section there's a bit of filter media. Again, that was cycled in the other tank, so that's providing good biological filtration. And this pump here leads to a 39 watt UV which runs along the back there and returns its water into this section here. The purpose of the UV is to keep pathogens at bay. Marine fish are very prone to parasitic pathogens, and a UV, if you get them in the water, get a fish, bring some in, will help. It won't eradicate them, but it will help keep them in check. Got a brand new large skimmer. Now I've got the drain on it open at the minute. Normally you would have that closed, but a brand new skimmer skims like crazy, which is what this one is doing. And they take a couple of weeks to settle down, so I am just running that with the drain open. It's skimming. There's no real fish waste and stuff in the water yet for it to skim out, so it doesn't hurt for it just to let the water it's skimming out go back into the tank. But that will be my main filtration against fish waste once it's dialed in and running efficiently. But like I said, that will take up to a couple of weeks. And in the end there is the return pump that just takes the water back to the tank up top. So that's my sump. Oh, there's a couple of heaters that you probably just saw. I think they're 2 300 watt heaters. Fish wise, the blue lights play havoc with this camera. There's 6 fish in here at the minute. Pair of clownfish, common Ocellaris clownfish, my favourites. Blue and yellow damsel, and a little regal tang. It's only a tiny one, but they get really big, so don't be fooled by its little size at the moment. Now there's a blenny that likes to hide. Now you might just spot him. His head is sticking out of that rock underneath the orange coral. So there's that blenny, and there's a yellow goby, but I doubt we will see that. That hides in amongst the rocks. This here is a baby green carpet anemone, which is doing very well. I've had that nearly 2 months now, and that's doing well. some orange mushroom corals behind it, and some little zoanthid, they're called, polyp corals beside it. I've got some little corals up here that will eventually grow on, and I've got a few of these. These are trochus snails. They will help keep the glass and the rocks clean. I will need a lot more than what I've got. I've only got 7 at the moment. I'll probably need somewhere in the region of 20 to 30 once the algae really starts trying to grow. So here's some more corals, a Kenya tree coral and some zoanthids, and some more zoanthids here, and some clove polyps which are sulking at the minute. They were out a little while ago, so probably the cleaner shrimp has walked all over them. Can't see him, he's probably hiding because I'm stood so close to the tank. Yeah, I can't see him, but there's a quite large cleaner shrimp in there that 2 or 3 of the fish like to go to get cleaned off. So tank is running beautifully, and the plan is to stock it gradually, not rush loads of fish into it. I've got various fish on kind of order at my local fish shop. They know what I want for this tank, and they're going to get them in for me 1 a month, and then we will stock it like that. So that's my new large marine tank. Hope you like it, and hopefully the next video might actually be a pond video. Let's hope the weather turns round. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.